Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. All right, in just a few minutes, we're going to review former President Donald Trump's recent NBC interview. When he had a chance, when he was able to break through the noise, Mr. Trump was able to outline a future agenda, much of it on the economy. He talked about getting inflation and interest rates down, especially by reopening the spigots for liquid gold, a.k.a. oil and gas, a.k.a. fossil fuels. Now, one of his key points that gets overlooked is selling liquefied natural gas, LNG, to Europe and Asia. Even at lower prices with increased production, there'd be a revenue windfall for the U.S. And that windfall could lead to reducing the federal debt burden and perhaps also the federal tax burden. Now, Mr. Trump also thrashed Joe Biden's policies on electric vehicles, including electric trucks. And he emphasized his economic successes, both pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. And frankly, the public agrees with him. Joe Biden's economic approval hovering around 35%. Donald Trump's economic approval around 60%. The subject of Bidenomics wasn't specifically raised in the NBC interview. But let me fill in some blanks, especially with recent articles by former CEA chairs Kevin Hassett and Tyler Goodspeed and E.J. Antoni from the Heritage Foundation. All make important points about the absolute failure and the untruths regarding Bidenomics. President Joe Biden brags about manufacturing. Well, actual production, year-on-year basis, has dropped 5 consecutive months. Plus, the ISM manufacturing survey has been under 50 for 10 straight months. That's a clear future recession signal. Meanwhile, workers' real wages have declined nearly 3% during the Biden presidency. They rose by 7% under President Trump. And with the latest CPI report, the level of inflation has gone up nearly 17%. Groceries 20%, energy 38%, gasoline 52%, all during the Biden years. President Biden keeps bragging that he's cutting the budget deficit by $1.7 trillion, which is his infamous bottomless Pinocchio. And this fiscal year alone, fiscal 23, which ends this month, the deficit is expected to exceed $2 trillion. So go figure. Biden keeps blaming Trump's tax cuts for higher deficits and debt. But here, in the NBC interview, the former president does set the record straight by pointing out that tax revenues went up even as tax rates went down during his administration. Did anyone ever say Laffer curve? Meanwhile, federal spending under Joe Biden hovering near 25% of GDP, compared to less than 21% pre-pandemic under Mr. Trump. And in fact, the CBO spending estimates are running roughly $1 trillion above pre-Biden estimates. Finally, real median household incomes increased under Trump pre-pandemic by over $5,000 per family, while they have fallen $4,000 under Mr. Biden. And poverty data, well, that has ratcheted up sharply from 7.8% under Mr. Trump to 12.4% under President Biden. For Black Americans, poverty has gone from 11.3% to over 17%. For Native Americans, from 12.4% to 23.2%. And for female-headed households, from 11.7% under Mr. Trump pre-pandemic to 22.6% recently under Mr. Biden. No matter how much President Joe Biden denies these factoids, the public knows better. So, save America. Mr. Biden, please retire. Now's the time. And that's my riff.